Hi everyone, it's Jelena from A Healing Light. So today I wanted to share the story to help you a bit that what I see everyone is struggling for the last couple of weeks are lots of questions regarding criticism. So somebody's criticizing them. And as much as it's easier to say, just ignore it, just turn your back, especially if the criticism is not constructive. You have to think about it, why they're criticizing. Do they really want to give you a helpful, constructive criticism? Or is it a criticism from the point of jealousy? So ask yourself if it's a good criticism or if it's a bad criticism. What they're trying to do, what they're trying to achieve. Quite often you're going to have got a point of where they're jealous and they'll just criticize you just for the sake of it. My opinion is, if the person is criticizing you, if it's from the same department or from the same level, what are you doing, then try to accept it and try to have a look. Are they actually saying something that it's constructive and it's actually hurting you, it's triggering you, or it's triggering your mask instead of your deep down shadow, that it's actually hurting. So you have to sit back and think about it. Is it something that it's actually truthful there, but it actually hurts? So we actually just, push it away and we're saying, well, I'm not going to deal with it. We'll put it in the basket of it's hard to deal with it. And we'll just say that they're criticizing us and it's actually painful, but we don't want to admit it to the world that it's painful. So emotions are like that. They will come and they will go, but you need to deal with them. So the criticism, when it comes in and that mask gets triggered, you have to be honest with yourself and say to yourself, okay, I got triggered. Why did I got triggered? Is it an honest criticism from the honest friend? Is it from someone who I can trust? Do you have got a trust issues? And that's the problem, that you are not allowing to have criticism. Is it from the point of mask where I'm perfect and nobody can say anything? The perfectionism is not realistic. Nobody's perfect. Everyone makes some mistakes. We're human beings. We make mistakes. It doesn't exist that we'll have to be perfect. So if it's a perfectionism and you are not allowing criticism to happen to you, why? Is it because as a little child you were criticized all the time and you're just coming to the point in your life now where you're not going to allow anyone to say anything to you? You have to write down these emotions. Be really honest with yourself and look at it and have a look if it's realistic. Write it down on a paper, and if it's unrealistic, the criticism. If you got upset, that means you got triggered. Why did it trigger you? Where's the memory sitting? It's somewhere in the past, because we have got some good experiences in the past and some bad experiences in the past. But the experiences, what we experienced, and we based our knowledge based on what happened. So if somebody's criticizing us, and that triggers the memory from the past, like a bad one. So let's go talk about the bad ones, because nobody doesn't want to talk about the good ones, is it? So we have got the bad ones. So it's a criticism. And then we just say, no, our brain then goes and pushes it away out of the logical part of it and it puts it in emotional part of the brain. And it's like, no, we put it in a basket, which is called too hard basket to deal with it. And if we keep putting everything in our too hard basket to deal with it, one day it will happen, explosion. And trust me, it happened to me, and we think that we're just dealing with it, we'll be fine. From time to time, our basket gets full. So I want you to really sit down, take your note pen, notebook, write it down. What triggered you today, or what somebody criticized you about it? Is it constructive? Is it a positive? Is it negative? Which way negative? Could you really improve something? Or is it really the past experience that they triggered you and you're thinking this is going to be a bad outcome, so I would rather stop it and straight away not own it at all? And sometimes we don't want to accept that maybe they're giving us a criticism and it's our responsibility, and we don't want to take on responsibility. So it's a food for thought for today. I would say a hard one, because you have to be really honest with yourself and sit down and really open up your heart and say to yourself, what am I doing and why did this got me triggered? So hopefully this helps you, because for the last couple of weeks I had quite a few text messages and quite a few clients coming with similar issues with the way dealing in their own life. So I'm just trying to teach you a little snippet of what can help you, and you can have a look if it's something in the past that it triggers you, and if you can't deal with that, that's something that you will have to sit down and actually deal with that, because you cannot put it underneath the doormat. Who are you going to deal with that? You're going to deal with that maybe with your partner if you're able to talk to them, maybe a really good friend, but the friends are not realistic because they know you, they're biased, and their opinion is always to protect you. So I would say to you, you have to get yourself a coach, get somebody who is a third person who can actually give you realistic methods to help you to go through this, and who can actually say to you what has to happen. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice today. So what has to happen. So, and how to help you to deal with that. They will keep coming. And to receive the criticism in a life, that's normal. And we're going to get it from time to time. But if you're getting really upset, really apprehensive about it, there has to be the reason for it. It's sitting somewhere inside of you, the scar. And get a coach. Get somebody like myself who's going to be able to help you, and it will create a sacred space for you where you're going to feel safe and your privacy will be protected, and you'll be able to talk about it and just say, I don't want to open up the box of Pandora box of my demons to let them out, but sometimes we have to have a look what's inside of them and see how can we actually open up like a filing cabinet and put all these files in order. So that's what we have to do. Sometimes it's not as bad as you think, but to you it looks that it's so bad because you're emotional and it's your own life and your own things that you have to deal with that. And that's the hardest thing, to actually sit down in front of a mirror, naked with your thoughts, and say to yourself, I don't know how to deal with this. I need help. It's okay to ask for the help, because what do we want to do? We want to transform your life. You want to transform your mind. And we want to set it that it's the best possible positivity and transformations happening in your life. They're not going to happen if we are going back on hiding in a basket, hiding in a corner and ignoring it, because ignorance is not bliss. It will come up outside of the box and will jump up like a little rabbit, and you'll have to deal with that. So hopefully this helps you for today, and if you have any questions, please inbox me or SMS me, and I'm happy to chat with you afterwards. Thank you.